Day 19 is awesome because the unthinkable that has been promised actually comes to pass.
To this old couple that have served God all of their lives, they get to witness this miracle. Pregnancy and birthing babies are miracles in of themselves. And then on top of that, here you have this man and woman that are past childbirthing years, and they are having a son.
Yeah. And of course, when you think about the details, which sometimes is a little bit eye-opening, if they're in their 80s, they're probably not that romantically active. We just spent some special time with Zachariah, and but what did it feel like for an elderly woman to suddenly have a new life inside of her?
She's probably having so many thoughts going on in her mind. And this is a dream of hers, this fruition of a prayer that she prayed. And she sees it's not only that she's pregnant, but she receives the promises of God and what he's going to do through this child in her. And she gets to really see day by day her belly growing, and her whole body changes.
And who's she going to tell? Who's she going to tell first? Her does she have sisters who are grandmothers? Who does she tell?
What is beautiful about it is that it's her story to tell. And we can only imagine that not only was she talking and enjoying, but she was also probably singing at the top of her lungs about this goodness that is happening. And with every change in her body, as you feel your tummy, and as you feel the hand pressing out against that skin, as you feel the heel, as you feel the head butting up against your ribs or against the skin.
They were the forgotten, forlorn couple who were half dead, and now they're having a baby together. And you wonder how they looked at each other. And we've picked the 40th Psalm, which is all about waiting patiently for the Lord. And who would have thought he heard my cry? And some of the elements of that Psalm, I think, really fit what she's going through. He put a new song in my mouth. Verse 5, many, Lord, my God, are the wonders you have done, the things you planned for us. I see her just smiling, thinking, this was your plan the whole time. Mm-hmm. Too many to declare. Burnt offerings and sin offerings you did not require. And she's just happy, and she's comforted.
At the end of Psalm 40, but as for me, I am poor and needy. May the Lord think of me. You are my help and my deliverer. You are my God. Do not delay. Mm-hmm. So in his timing, in God's timing, now we would have thought, yeah, you delayed it, a few decades there, but it was his timing to match up perfectly with another story that we'll get into in weeks to come.
Yeah.
And how amazing that all of that unfolded just from the womb of Elizabeth.
Yeah, and Elizabeth is thinking this is the greatest miracle ever. And like you said, it's just as John would foreshadow Jesus, Elizabeth's pregnancy is paving the way for an even more remarkable pregnancy. You think of the shame and the despondency, and now that's all gone. And I love Handel's piece, Comfort Ye, taken from Isaiah 40, which of course is prepare the way. It's a John the Baptist passage, and I love the sound of the comfort that the tenor is singing.
So I had 4 children in succession and a miscarriage in between there. So really 5 pregnancies. And I was experiencing a ton of back pain. And they discovered osteoarthritis in my spine. And the doctor sat me down and proceeded to tell me how foolish I had been to have had so many children, that I really should not get pregnant again, that I needed to give my body a rest, and that children, babies, take all the calcium from the mother first, and then she's left with nothing. And then he said, you should not have any more children. That came out of his mouth, and I heard the Lord say, that's a curse. I went home that day and I said to you, this is what the doctor said to us. And then I ended up being pregnant within the next week or two. And what was really funny was that during that entire pregnancy, I had no back pain. In fact, I sang my way through this pregnancy. I could not believe that God would lift this pain from me. And it was just a beautiful thing. And when Jimmy was born, it was a glorious time. And he came out, and for a couple of weeks, he was suffering from
Failure to thrive.
Failure to thrive. I laid hands on him and I said, Lord God, we just pray for this little baby. We ask that he would love to live, that he wants to live, and that he would love to eat. And God has answered that, both those prayers.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go back.
That's cool.
As for me, I am poor and needy. May the Lord think of me. You are my help and my deliverer. You are my God. Do not delay.